Tejal Patel, and this is the place to be if you're looking to live consciously, spread love, and create peace and happiness in your life. And as the holidays quickly approach, for some, the holidays bring up the feelings of tension, anxiety, and uncomfortableness when they think about spending quality time with their family. Is there someone in your family that you've had a disagreement with or a drift with that you feel that an apology is necessary for you to move forward and start new? If you do want to salvage a relationship with someone in your family, this is the vlog for you. Many times, so many years, months, maybe even weeks have passed since we've had a disagreement with someone that we cared about. The holidays is the best time to start fresh, to be grateful for the people in our life, and acknowledge that we're willing to grow and evolve and become better people. So there are a lot of times that we avoid giving those apologies, and it's first necessary to acknowledge how we've been holding back. Sometimes too much time has passed and we feel that an apology is just going to be too late. It's really not going to make a difference. Or because so much time has passed, it's going to open up a can of worms that you're not ready to open, that might arise feelings of anger on the other person, and you really just don't want to go back to the place that you were before. For some people, an apology is so difficult because it brings up feelings of shame and guilt. By admitting that we're wrong, we feel that we're admitting that we're bad people, and that's not the case. It's completely two different things. You can be a very good person and make bad choices, or you could be a bad person and make bad choices. But most often than not, we're all good people, and sometimes we make bad decisions. And for sometimes we feel that apologizing is a sign of weakness. Being vulnerable, being open, we don't know how it's going to be received, and we're afraid that someone will take advantage of our kindness in our moment of vulnerability. So regardless of how you've been holding yourself back, I'm here to give you some tips to help you gain the courage to go forth humbly, approach someone and apologize for things that you've done in the past, and really letting them know that you're open to start a new a relationship on a blank slate. So the first tip that I can give you is that time is absolutely necessary to pass when you are trying to form a genuine apology. It takes sometimes people days, weeks, years to really perceive a situation from a clear, neutral state of mind. So regardless of however long it takes you, you want to make sure that your apology is genuine. Sometimes when you apologize really quickly after a situation, you haven't had time to think it through and really assess how you feel. And during those times, lingering feelings can still creep up if you haven't really completely dealt with the situation. So make sure that you're not too pressed to give an apology just because you don't want things to be uncomfortable or you don't want things to be tense. Really assess your feelings, assess the situation from a clear and neutral heart. So regardless of the time that passes, an apology is absolutely necessary if you feel that that's what's going to salvage your relationship. The other thing is that don't look at openness, vulnerability, and sharing your feelings as a sign of weakness, because it's absolutely the opposite. Being vulnerable, sharing your emotions, understanding your emotions is something that we all struggle with, and that's something that we all strive to do a little bit better in our life. So if you've gone to the place where you can admit your strengths, your flaws, why you're wrong, and humbly go and apologize to someone, people will be able to sense your genuineness, and that shows really strong and great character. So be proud of yourself if you're the first person to go and give an apology, because not only will you touch someone else's heart and maybe give them the courage to do that to someone else in their life, but also you'll have the courage to be a little bit more flexible with yourself, not be so serious, and not have it to be more as perfect or think that you have to be perfect. Embrace your flaws, embrace your strengths, and be humble and open about them. And then the next thing is Remember that giving an apology has more to do with you than it does with the other person. You cannot control how they're going to react, how they're going to take the apology. They might accept it with an open heart, they might not. But don't go into the apology expecting them to apologize back to you, or expecting them to reciprocate your feelings. They might not have an open heart yet. They might not be able to be in a place to apologize because they have the same barriers that you might. They might feel shameful, or they feel guilty, or they just don't have that openness or strength that you do. And don't go in with it with any expectations. And also, when you do it for yourself, know that you are going to be releasing a whole lot of negative energy from your heart. And when you know that you've done it from a good place, you'll be able to let go of whatever situation and feelings that you had, and you'll be able to be open with whatever relationship that you guys have in the future. And just remember that if you feel anxiety about going to talk to the person, if you haven't talked to them for a very long time, don't go right into the apology. Make small talk. Create some space and some openness so that they'll be receptive to it, and then go in to give your apology. Let them know that, hey, I really need to talk to you about something that's been on my mind, on my heart, and when we have a moment, I'd love to speak to you about it. Don't just go, hey, how was your holidays? Oh, by the way, about the thing that happened 3 years ago, I'm really sorry about that. It's just, they're going to be caught off guard. You want to create a space where they feel comfortable with you, especially if you haven't spoken to them in a very long time, or something really difficult and drastic has happened in your relationship. So, like I said, the holidays is a time of being appreciative about family, being grateful, and spending quality time with the people that will always unconditionally love you and be a part of your life. All relationships are a lesson, and being the one to apologize and freeing yourself and being able to forgive is such a great gift that you can give yourself as well as someone else. So I hope you guys have a wonderful holidays with your family and your friends. Until next week, bye guys.